Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace be upon you all. It's me again, Bahijah, the lad Sheibanee, your BCBA. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. So we're still in the month of April, which still marks the World Autism Month. Today's topic is going to be all about autistic individuals who have siblings, um, typical developing siblings, what they go through. Because we sometimes tend to forget about them, that they have their own issues going on, having a sibling who is autistic. Um, I remember when I was in grad school, we had a couple of panel discussions, bringing in parents to talk about their struggles and what they go through. And I remember that some of my colleagues actually had siblings who were autistic. And so during the panel discussion, they were asking the parents questions how they were handling the siblings, and they brought up about their own stories as when they were young, what they went through, and as even adults, what they were going through, still having siblings with autism or autistic who are autistic. Um, Having a sibling who is autistic can be very challenging and very daunting. Um, Even though I know some of them said it made them more patient, more resilient, and more empathetic towards um, people, but still, they had their own struggles that they were going through. And I read recently that most individuals who are autistic, even their typical developing siblings tend to have some traits that they have. It can be depression, it can be anxiety, it can be ADHD, it can be other things. Even though it doesn't fall within the very core deficit of autism, it has other things. They have their own struggles going on. So if we have, or you have a kid who is typical developing, and you have another kid who is autistic, please do not neglect the typical developing because they have a lot going on. They see you having or giving their brother or sister all the attention every day, and they feel neglected, they feel ignored, they feel like they're not part of the family. If you bring him together or bring them together and help in raising this kid who is autistic, it can give the other sibling some sense of belonging, and also some sense of um, some responsibility, that, oh, okay, they are able to help out to raise their brother or sister. Even if they are young, they can still help because they have what your other kid doesn't have, and they can help them. They can help them get it right. Okay, so bring them, let them get involved in helping out, and have time for them also as well. I'm talking about help making them help you out. um, they are your kids. They are not your spouse, or they are not your partners that you're going to dump the responsibility of taking care of their siblings on them. No, that will hurt them long term. Um, if you have a kid who is typical developing, they have their own needs going. They have their own needs, and they are kids, and they need to be treated as kids, and they need to have time to be kids. So dumping all the responsibility on them will make them hate their siblings long term, because they feel like, oh, they were never able to have their playtime. They were never able to be kids because you had them doing things for them, for their brothers or sisters, which wasn't their responsibility. So I would say that split up, okay? If the father and then the mother, all right. Sometimes the dad or the father should be able to take care of the autistic kid. Spend time, let them know you, let them, and then know your kid as well. So that when the mother is not there, you're able to take care of their kid very well. Mom, go out with your typical developing kids, have time with them, play with them, go take them to the park, take them to the movies. Spend the normal time that you would have done if you didn't have any autistic kid. Spend that time with them, and then you switch again, and then the dad will take care of them, and then you take care of your autistic kid. So have that to and fro, and make sure that both of you are all doing this together. All right. Think about it this way: when you are not there, when you train them the right way, when you let them know that you let them have the love of their siblings in their hearts, and you're not there, you can't take care of these kids anymore, and they're all grown up, they will stand up for their brothers or their sisters, and take care of them without you. So today is just for us to talk about siblings, okay, who are typically developing and who are being neglected, or who are ignored, not necessarily intentional, but because the other one needs so much time, you tend to forget about them in a way. We don't want them growing up and resenting their siblings. We don't want them growing up and feeling unloved by you. So try as much as possible to split up, because there have been a lot of researches around that shows that some kids grow up resenting and also not feeling loved by their parents, because they were unintentionally neglected or ignored, and they were dumped with the responsibilities of taking care of their siblings. We can do better. Parents, we can do better. Caregivers, we can do better. I try, when I'm doing parent training, I do siblings training as well. When I go for assessments, the very first day I try to meet up the client. If they have siblings, I try to see the dynamics between them. I try to just observe and see how they are interacting or not. And if I'm not seeing any much interaction, I try to interview the typical developer and ask them their needs and their wants, what they think about their sibling. Do they think they are loved enough? Do they think they've been dumped the responsibility of taking care of their siblings? And I've come across different, experiences. People who think, oh no, they love them, and they're happy to be part of their life. They're taking care of them when they go to school. They are always there for them, and they're happy to do it because their siblings love them. And I have come across the other way, where even the older siblings are scared of their younger ones because they're very aggressive. They get everything they want. Anything the older ones has, they go get it, and the parents make them have it. Um, so there's some resentment, and they don't want to be around their siblings. And I felt so bad because um, I remember very well, there was one she was a girl, and she was shaking because I gave her something. I took some balloons or bubbles to make them play with it. And I gave her some, and then the brother was running to go. So I tried to block him not to go get it. And she was like, oh, no, it's okay. He can come for it. I was like, no, it's not okay. I gave him his. I gave him three balloons, I think, and I gave her two. So I was like, no, I gave him three. You have two. He shouldn't come for yours. And I made him pick the colors that he wanted, and I gave you the rest of the colors. Um, so it's not okay for him. And she was shaking. You could see she was scared. She knew that if I leave that place, it's gonna be a different ball game. So she was like, I don't actually want it. I was like, no, you wanted it. You were looking at me, and you were smiling when I was trying to blow it. So you want to take it. It's okay. I felt so bad. I felt really, really bad about the situation, and that and the dynamics of the family. Um, I know, as I said, it's no fault of yours that it happens, but just so there's peace. Sometimes that's why when you want peace of mind, you try to do that, and you forget that long term it's gonna hurt. So today is all about um, trying to remember that you have other kids that they need your love, they need um, your presence. They need you to be there for them, and they need to be kids as well. So please try as much as you can. Have time with them, take them out. Remember they are part of it, and I think you have a better lifestyle if everything comes together. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you're new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit on the notification bell. So whenever I upload, you'll be definitely having the notification. All right, take care, and until my next video, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.